A knowledge area is an identified area of project management defined by its knowledge requirements and described in terms of its component processes, practices, inputs, tools, and techniques. Sometimes you'll hear it abbreviated as KA or CAUS. Sometimes I usually just say KA or knowledge area. There are 10 knowledge areas in the PMBOK guide, and it is highly recommended that you memorize Table 1-4 on page 25. So what I did when I was studying is, you're allowed to make copies of this for your own use, for your personal use. So I made a copy of, it was, the table 1-4, and I kind of took it with me wherever I went. So anytime I had a chance to stop and kind of study it, look at it, if I had a few minutes, I would go and look at this. I actually replicated it myself as, just as a way like in Excel where I could kind of say, okay, what are the different, processes that are part of the initiating process group, for example? What are the planning processes? How many are in there? And, how many processes are part of the project schedule management, for example. So it's a really great way to just see what those are, where they fall within the chart, and then this is my very limited version of what that looks like. So the knowledge areas are across the left column, and actually, let's do this. So your knowledge areas are here, down along this column, and then your process groups are across here. And so you can kind of see where each of them fall. So in project integration management, that actually touches all 5 process groups. There's a part in initiation, there's 1 in planning, there are 2 in executing, 2 in monitoring controlling, and 1 in closing. Incidentally, project integration management is the only one that does cross all 5 of the process groups. If you see the rest of them, like scope management, chapter 5 touches on planning and monitoring controlling. Schedule, planning, and monitoring controlling. Cost management, planning, monitoring, controlling. Quality is going to get into planning, executing, and monitoring, controlling. The same with resource management. You've got planning. You've got 3 of them that are in executing, and then 1 in the monitoring, controlling. Communications, 1 in each of the 3, and then risk. Again, you've got in planning, executing, monitoring, controlling. Procurement has 3 different processes, and then stakeholder has 4. So you're in initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, controlling. So as you're studying, like I said, memorize, make a copy of, refer to often, page 25. Bookmark it, whatever you need to do. And then kind of go back and as you're studying each one, what I did is I would say, okay, I studied chapter 4. Let me go back and remind myself, which process group each of these came in, and not just the ITTOs, but also, just the actual processes themselves and where they fall within the chart. And that kind of helped me just visualize it a little bit better to get that better understanding.